Ladies and gentlemen, it is my prayer and hope that this video is going to find you when you're doing fine and in good health. I'm also doing fine at this peripheral end, so let me know where you're watching this video from, which country and which continent. Guys, the title of video itself speaks to Roadblock Controversy. IamMarwa and Deemwango's bold stand for development, which means there is a certain kind of an activism that is going on in Nyaboanzi. That majority of people have just decided to block road. Blocking road itself simply means blocking development, because the road opens an economic zone and also it opens other interior to access development going forward. You know, what really comes out of Nyaboanzi itself, it's something that is so repugnant. Imagine electricity has been dropped, and electricity itself belongs to the government, the Kenya Power Company. This is a corporation, an agency of its own. And it is a public utility that if you want, you just drop. Once electricity has been put, whether it's in your land, the line where the electricity passes doesn't belong to an individual. That one belongs to that corporate entity. Therefore, it's just because maybe the people of Nyaboanzi doesn't know their rights. That line itself belongs, because when that pole was being dropped, they took the consent of the person whom they were dropping that, or from any other kind of homestead, which means that line and that portion of the land, it's owned now by that corporate. So when somebody is saying that no villager can tap electricity from that poles, then I find it so far-fetched. Which means it can never be. You know, some things needs force, and some things needs police to be involved. Therefore, I agree with Amara when Amara said sometimes he needs to involve the police. So guys, in this channel and this YouTube today, I just welcome you back to our channel. So today we are going to discuss the recent controversy surrounding Amara and Deemwango's road headed to their construction that has been blocked. The duo has been facing opposition from the neighbors. The neighbors themselves, that the best term possible that we can term them, that they are so reprobative, experiencing what we call the morbid jealousy. So this is what we want to unearth. And plus, again, we want to look into IamMarwa's and Deemwango's bold message that they delivered to the neighbors and they delivered to the naysayers who are still opposing them. So let's dive into details and analyze the situations going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube chit chat. My name is Inazak and this is my YouTube channel. So let's dive in straight away lest we forget. So guys, IamMarwa featured the blocked road on his YouTube video below.
They have added more posts. There were 3, now there are 4. This home here. But there's no conflict. I wonder how these other homes will build, because all they're thinking is they think this road is our road. But now we found a solution. Actually, let me take a picture even with my phone. You know, actually I'll take a video. This road goes this way, you can see, very huge. Here it goes, but they have fenced. All of a sudden they have fenced. Okay, because they don't want any car, not car, our tippers, to be very specific, our tippers to pass. You can see here. This fence is on the road. Crazy. Anyway guys, you may be shocked what is going on, but the truth of the matter is they think they will stop us from doing what we are supposed to do. That is building the community and improving lives around. But one thing they don't know is they are doing it for themselves. Now I'm gonna take you around to show you the
Video alone That is the road that was blocked. Before, there were only 2 sticks across. Now the third one has been added right in the middle. If you check before, Amaro passed there with the tipper. So the main reasons why the neighbor is blocking the road so that Amaro vehicle should not pass. And this is the question where Amaro is asking. This is the road that headed to the various homestead. So when those people want to build, where will they pass? So these are the things that maybe majority of people do not understand. They keep on citing that that is a private land, so Amaro is trespassing. We are going to discover that and cover it at the progression stages of this video. So just stick on and stay tuned. But the big question people are asking, because Amaro is expressing his frustration big time and asking ourselves several kind of questions that sometimes lack answers. But his remorseful questions is going to have answers at the progression stages of this video. The reasons being, Amaro is contemplating of involving the police into these issues, which begs the bigger question. Is it the right direction that Amaro wants to take involving the police into this?
But thank God we've come with an alternative. Okay, we've come with an alternative of this road because we just don't want conflict with people. You can imagine how a family can be very, I don't even know how to describe it.
It's the same man. It is the same man that was arrested together with all his family, or maybe how many people from that home? More than 3. And they spent like 2 days or 2 nights behind bars. And so the case is still in court. Case is still in court, but Maro always go to this man. Remember, this is a private property. It is actually his private land. And Maro always show up to go and provoke him. Just I mean, we call it, I don't know how to say that in English. We have a very good, a good term that we describe that act in our language, but I wish you could understand. So this man Maro always goes to Mr. Matiko's compound, in his gate, actually, to go and provoke him. Just imagine the way we've been seeing Maro lamenting about people passing around there filming, like Gintu. When Gintu passes there and take a thumbnail from the gate, Maro will come here and complain. But now him, every day, and Mwango, they go to this man's gate and film and say that he has blocked the road and all that and all that. And so they need to call police to come and arrest him for blocking his own private property. But remember, there's a case going on in court. And when these people had a meeting, when the villagers had a meeting, Maro and Deemwango ran to Nairobi. But right now he's saying he invited a village elder called Mzee Nyumbakumi, a man who's responsible to take care of 10 homes. That is basically what I can describe it. The elder of 10 homes. Mzee Nyumbakumi, okay? Elder of 10 homes. That is basically a village elder. So Maro invited him to his home to come and talk to him about this case. Why didn't they come and attend that meeting? And if the matter is still in court, then why call police on this guy? Why call police on this man? If actually the matter is still in court,
below.
Why don't you?
That is JT, and JT is of opinion and arguing that the neighbors has got a right to block that road. Remember, it is now a road, because he's saying that that is the private property of the neighbor, and the neighbor has got a right to block. That IamMarwa is trespassing and should be arrested. That again begs the question that we want to deal with it. The question is IamMarwa trespassing? It is absolutely no. That's a fact. There's no trespass herein. The land might be belonging to this mzee or an old man. But the problem, that land is now serving the purpose of the road, because there is no land that exists without a road. Therefore, the welfare, it's what we are looking over here. Therefore, he must not block that road. That is tantamount to a crime itself. Why are you blocking the road? IamMarwa doesn't trespass. Reason number one, easement. When you talk of an easement, the easement in law really caters for the welfare. And this is what I usually love the legalists call the maxim populi suprema lex, that the welfare of the society is the supreme law. The land must be yours, and somebody must find himself trespassing your land just because it's going to seek something that is so inherent to his welfare. For example, your land, sometimes across it must have a river, and a river is a source of water. So water is very important. But you find within your property, there is land passing headed to the river. So you might be having the ownership of the land, but the function of that land is like a connecting 2 points, it's the river source. So therefore, people will have to pass through your land headed to fetch water. And that one itself is not considered a trespass. That one, it is what we call the necessity of life. The trespass is because of necessity of life. In the case of IamMarwa, the easement must be provided by the owner of the land, even though you still own the land. But the easement, which means you must provide a pathways to people headed to their own home. Therefore, you have got no rights to block the road. It's just because, I don't know, people sometimes maybe are not well informed about these rights or about this law. The easement must be provided. That's why I'm telling you, IamMarwa is not trespassing. If IamMarwa is trespassing, why is only IamMarwa? Why is not other people? So other people are allowed to trespass, while IamMarwa is not allowed. This is the question that we should be asking ourselves. Number two, this is what we call the communal road and headed to homes. I'm asking you, this place, and this is the part that majority of people have been using for almost 20 years. Now you come and block it, and you block families never to have an access. And this is the only access that they know. The question is, why block it now? Why not earlier? Which means there is something that is prompting you to block. So that's something that prompting you to block. It is what we call the premeditated kind of manipulation. So you want to manipulate the community so that you extort the money for them to have a passage. You have to collect tax instead of the government collecting that kind of a tax on a load. You cannot have at all on your own land charging people fees for them to pass. This is a free land, it's a pathway. Nobody is taking your total deed. You still own it, but that is it. You know. Furthermore, the court had lifted the blockade, which means as we have at the moment, the road must stay and people must pass. Blocking itself is a crime, and that's why IamMarwa is contemplating bringing the police, because this is the question that is being asked by JT. Why bringing the police and the court? The case is still in the court. The court, when they came out, the court told them everything to be as the way to be. The construction material must just pass and reach the construction site as the case is going on. You know, court never said they go and call Baraza, and that's why I'm telling you, IamMarwa is not trespassing, and Baraza is not withstanding. If they called Baraza, where the chief and the administration officers and the village elders were present, that one is null and void, because the case itself is within the competent jurisdiction. It's not. Well, I know back in my village, matters road, matters pathways, it is within the administration of the village. But IamMarwa is telling us, by the time they were repairing that road, the village that representing the villagers at the administration was present. They even paid money to repair that kind of road. The question is, why still blocking it? These are the things that the naysayers and the people like JT don't understand. They will never understand. They will ask questions that are never making sense going forward. So guys, let's take a little bit of a commercial break, then I will come back and give you more gist. On the other hand, we are seeing JT also is claiming that IamMarwa involving the police in this and the case is at court. It's not the right approach. I'm still saying it's the right approach. The reasons why you see majority of people like JT They belonging to the very same village, but with a repugnant mindset that cannot even think. That one raises a question whether people and the police and the administration within the village has got the right requisite of always solving matters dispute or matters land or matters property rights in that area. For example, why block the road? Because people also got a right to pass the road. People got a right of accessing their homes. Why block the road? So a road or a path that is left for more than 2 years is considered a communal road or a free road for all. So the easement must be done to allow people and goods to move it freely. And this is a fundamental welfare and a fundamental principle that human welfare is premised. You know, any other kind of enactment that regulates and prohibits people never to pass such kind of things, it's null and void. Therefore, the free movement for all people sometimes passes that road. Therefore, the Matiko is blocking this road. You are not supposed to block the road. You're not. If you're bereaved, what you need to do, you need to go to the court. You need to go to and see the administration. But you have got no right to block the road. Blocking the road is a crime. So when IamMarwa said it's going to involve the police, it's well in order. Thus, despite the challenges, IamMarwa and Deemwango sent a bold message to their neighbors and the naysayers going forward. Perhaps let's watch the video
because
below.
The road is closed.
I'm telling you guys, human being can close the road, but God
opens doors and windows and everything.
Me, I can't wait to see even 2 tippers come
on the new road.
You know, they have added one more stick.
Oh,
you didn't pass there?
Right now I haven't passed.
Big stick. Let's go there. Or we don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it's here where we are digging. So you're talking about. Okay. Oh, they added another big stick.
Yeah, big stick. I passed there as recording. Guys, you can see this big stick. I heard them say, hey, hey, hey.
Human beings. Eh?
Guys, mark my words. If they are not careful with what they are doing, in future, people will buy even the entire home. Mark my words, you are here.
But again, you know, they're even not, you know, they're closing doors for their sons, for their grandkids,
you know,
because it means they will never buy a car.
You know,
even they don't dream of one day we're gonna buy a car. We wanna
for
be
them, they have said where you've reached
is maximum.
Is maximum. Because
imagine
if your dad closes a road and you as a son you're there,
and you next month or next year your plan is to have a car. How will you feel?
But it's good, sister. We leave them alone. They keep struggling with whatever they're struggling with.
We do our own things silently.
Because God has blessed us with even options.
Yeah, imagine.
And you see, everything happens for a good reason. That land is our dad's land.
Imagine.
On the other side, the owner willingly said.
Itself was so clear because Deemwango is telling us, majority of people texted her and asking Deemwango, are you going to stop construction just because the road is blocked? Because the main aim of these people blocking the road was to extort Deemwango and IamMarwa, or to block Deemwango never to do any kind of progressive work. That is development. Deemwango has vowed, and with IamMarwa, that they no longer going to stop. And they're saying, when you block this way, God will even open the window. They lift all those kind of window. You know. So they both emphasize that their commitment to development and progress in the community must continue, and they refused being deterred by the naysayers and the people who are opposing them to access their project. They will have to access their project. The question that even some people might ask, how are they going to assess? That one brings us to the alternative solution, because they had found the alternative solution, which is, interestingly, IamMarwa and Deemwango has found an alternative road, and this is the road that they've purchased, which they have purchased for their use. This shows how the two are so determined to move forward with their project, even if it means finding a new solution. And that's what they did. And because we had Amara saying that to avoid conflict does not mean that they cannot go to the authority, because the case is still in court, both of assault and these issues of land. Therefore, they just don't want conflict and chaos, because such kind of conflict when you're doing a project, these are the body energy that sometimes can deter you, sometimes can weigh your emotions down, so that you don't carry or implement such kind of project. So they just decided, like, these people have got nothing to lose. And Amara is telling us one thing, that if you see a neighbor who's living that way, get to know that these people, they might even sell their own home soon. Because the main reasons why they are blocking, these people have sold all their lands. Now what is remaining is their own compound. Now they want to even claim the roads that they had a long time sold to people to pass. So it's a disparate attempt and measure to return back what they had already given to the community. So this is a disparate measure. And very soon, because of love of the money and extortion, they're soon going to even sell their home, and they will lead as a squatter into their home. So the solution was done so completely. So in the conclusion, the situation that is highlighted in this video, and it's highlighting the importance of perseverance and creating problem and solving it. That's what we found Amara and Deemwango is doing big time. So Deemwango and Amara are so determined to push forward with their project, which is so inspiring. And their bold message sent strong statement to the neighbor and the naysayer about the power of development and progress. And because the naysayers doesn't want the project in the society, imagine Deemwango is living against all odds, but you find even the older people and the older men are speaking about Deemwango's building. Imagine somebody is building a house, and there are some people who are so jealous of certain kind of development. Somebody brings you project to your own home and tells you how to fish and give you fish, then you're still criticizing this person, that why this person is giving me fish. Some people must be the dwarf and the dunes of all the times, because I cannot understand other things. These are the things that sometimes I fail to understand how maybe particular communities are behaving. But for a matter of fact, that's what I know. And gentlemen, I don't understand these conversations going forward. First of all, thanks for watching this channel. What do you think about the situation that we've just described? Should IamMarwa and Deemwango have involved the police? Or what was the alternative solution that was the right move? Let us know in the comment section. Until next time, this is your boy Senior Zach.